So that's why the VAR has overturned it. And I agree with it when I watched the replays. I thought, yes, it's cynical. Yes, he probably meant to trip him, but it doesn't tick all the boxes for a red card.
If Don or Stevie were here, might they be saying, you can't go around kicking people?
Yeah, but that's what they're going to say. But you've got to follow the laws of the game. And the referees have criteria, you know, that they're looking at. There's got to be speed, intensity, violence into the tackle. This hasn't got no violence whatsoever. There's no brutality. It's just a tripping, a cynical trip. All Kieran Trippier wants to do is stop De Bruyne moving up the pitch. And it's one of them where everybody normally would accept the yellow card. However, the referee on the pitch, and I can understand it, because when I first watched it, I thought, this looks late, it looks rash on the knee, but it isn't, because the leg of Kieran Trippier is in front of De Bruyne, which means it's more of a tripping action.
De Bruyne probably helped him out as well. What if he'd stayed down and got stretchered off, say, Mark? How would that affect things?
Yeah, but you know what? When you see fellow professionals now, they're all friends, they've all got relationships, and you could see actually Trippier, if you actually look at the lip service, he's going, Kevin, I didn't do this. And you can see De Bruyne going, you know what, you didn't. So you know what, there's players, they're trying to protect each other. But at the end of the day, that's got nothing to do with how referees are refereeing the match. It was only when VAR's got the chance to see it. And I believe this is where VAR was at its best, because we criticise it. And if the referee had gone yellow and the VAR had gone red, we would be criticising, saying, well, that's harsh. But I think in the right context, the right decision was made.
Back to my question, which you've avoided. What happens if De Bruyne gets stretchered off as a result of that exact challenge? That's got to affect a referee's mindset, hasn't it?
Yeah, but what you're then doing is you're talking about hindsight here, because De Bruyne didn't. The VAR had all the time. The referees have all the time.
Yes, what if he did? What if he did, Mark? I know what you're saying. But what if he did?
Hindsight. De Bruyne gets straight back up. So therefore, the incident is looked at. You can say, look, he's broke his leg. Yes. If there was a broken leg, then VAR would have probably said, you know what, we'll support the red card on the pitch.
Right.
If there was
it would have affected things.
So the timing of the challenge, the VAR looking at it, gives all the chance to see if there was any serious injury. There was no serious injury. De Bruyne got straight up. Therefore, it probably didn't tick all the boxes for a red card. And you know what? I didn't think there was any brutality in this challenge, but there was cynical, and cynical isn't a red card.
But after tripping him, if his leg fell off, then he would get a red card.
But if you're going to trip somebody, Dan, if you're going to trip somebody every week and then something happens afterwards and the player gets stretched off, we've only got to take into context the actual challenge itself. And when
yes, but you just said that if he was injured, then it would still be just a red card.
No, only if we always looked at, remember when the challenge, and we've looked at many challenges over the years where there was a genuine attempt to play the ball, but the player got the broken leg, and nobody accepts a broken leg in football. So they'll say the consequence of the challenge of the broken leg, will give a red card. But in this case, De Bruyne gets straight up, they've made the decision, the red card was made, the VAR's looked at all the evidence, the players got up, the challenge wasn't what the referee thought he'd seen on the pitch, and therefore he's overturned it. And I believe the right decision was made.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.